beyond their teachings of their previous schools. This is a similar idea of what college is today, which is a tool to take one's education further beyond their basic high school teachings. However, this is no longer the goal of colleges today. The goal has now been shifted to trying to make the most money possible by raising prices, packing out classrooms, and trapping students with loans. Colleges know that they can keep making money this way because society has painted a picture that without going to college, you won't become successful. In Aristotle's Politics, he viewed education as a means to guide individuals towards eudaimonia, which translates to human flourishing or the good life. Aristotle also pointed out that education should be purposeful, and it should aim at fulfilling the inherent potential or purpose of an individual. However, it seems that colleges are now more driven by revenue and profit. It started to be claimed by many graduates, professors, and even college presidents that colleges are heading in the wrong direction. Higher education should be exactly as the name suggests, a place to take one's education further. However, the goal has now been shifted to a more business-like model with the sole intent of making money. In the book Indebted, the story of Laura Nowicki is told. Laura was an average daughter of a middle-class family who attended college. She attended a small public college in Michigan where she managed to rack up over $10,000 in debt. $10,000 may not seem like a lot of money, but when you're paying for tens of thousands of dollars a year, it can be a lot. Laura's mother helped as much as they could, but being an average middle-class family, they could only help as much as their income allowed. Laura's mother recounts on this time saying that it was tight and scary for the family. Laura's mother said this because not only did Laura's mom and dad have to help pay for Laura's education, but Laura also had two other siblings who were attending college at the same time. Paying for one child's college education can be a struggle by itself, but having to help pay for 3 children can be far worse. Laura didn't realize the struggle her parents went through until she became an adult and had to go through the same thing herself. Laura and her husband started saving for their 2 boys' college education before they were even born, and they were still blown away by the costs. Laura says that by paying for her boys' education, she was teaching them that college is essential for success. Laura says that for her, it was never an option not to go to college, and for her boys, it wasn't an option not to go to college either. However, college is not essential for success, but rather, by some, it can be seen as an obstacle or a burden in the way of success. It started to be claimed by many graduates and professors that colleges are heading in the wrong direction. These professors believe that the curriculum and the way that the students are being educated are insufficient. Pepperdine President Jim Gash warns against this, saying that colleges have failed to build character and morals in their students. Gash says, quote, "Colleges must build character in their students, and they must instill values in them such as integrity, humility, and selflessness." These are real professors and presidents saying this about their own universities. Why would they speak negatively about the places that give them a job if it wasn't true? It's like if the President of the United States were to go on a national television to say that the country was in a bad place or going the wrong way. For the president to say something like this would be absurd. He runs the country, so if the country was in a bad place, it would be at his fault. So by that same token, if professors and presidents are saying that their colleges aren't educating their students correctly, then who's at fault? It's the professors who are teaching the curriculum. Colleges have become unnecessarily expensive in today's day and age. Tuition rates have done nothing but increase over the years. Colleges were not started to be a cheap and easy way to get an education. The whole purpose of colleges is to make money. So by raising prices each and every year, colleges are doing the exact thing that they were established to do. One program that was established in Louisiana to help fight these costs is TOPS. TOPS is a scholarship organization in Louisiana that rewards students with scholarship money based on their ACT scores. In the past, with the highest level of TOPS that a student could qualify for, college became essentially uncostly. With tuition costs rising each and every year, the TOPS organization always matched that scholarship amount so that students wouldn't have to pay as much for college. However, it got to a point where it became out of reach for the TOPS organization, and they reached their maximum limit on how much money they could offer. Now, with the highest level of TOPS that a student could qualify for, there are still significant costs. With the minimum ACT score, students will receive about $3,000 each semester. $3,000 is a lot of money, but when you're paying tens of thousands of dollars a year for a college education, it doesn't seem to add up correctly. Colleges are not fair in their costs and have no remorse for those who suffer because of it. College can then put students at a disadvantage once they graduate. Money can be seen as one of the most important assets that a person can have. As much as people want to say that money doesn't buy happiness and money isn't actually what makes you happy, they're wrong. Money does buy happiness. So with tuition rates rising each and every year, it seems that colleges have no care for their students. Colleges don't care on how their outrageous costs can affect students and their life. All they care about is how much money they can make and how many students they can pack out in their classrooms. They paint pictures of growth among their schools, when in reality, that's not the case. College can then put those at a disadvantage when they graduate because you may have spent years studying and you have got the grades to obtain a degree. More than likely, though, along the way, you picked up some debt. There are significant results that show that there are people that leave college with debt that lasts for years and years or even a lifetime. Education Initiative data reports that nearly 65% of college students leave college with substantial debt. This debt can range anywhere from $20,000 to $300,000 depending on the degree students are in pursuit of. Those aren't promising numbers for students as they enter college. Colleges have increasingly embraced a business-like model per Inside Higher Ed. Inside Higher Ed writes that colleges are becoming businesses and they prioritize revenue generation over properly educating the students. Inside Higher Ed also writes that on March 31st, 2022, top colleges boasted about record applications among their schools. But since none of the schools were actually getting any bigger, it was also a day for a record number of rejections. So the schools are painting a picture of growth among their universities, when in reality, the school's not getting any bigger, but these colleges are just allowing more students to come in so that more money can be made. However, we can find certainty in one idea, and it's that colleges will always be making money, whether it's because students go to college because they want to or because they have to. Tuition rates have increased far many more times than the rate of inflation, and that's directly tied to the increase in government funding student loans. Karen Swallow, in her article, Getting Schooled, writes a quote that sums up the situation perfectly. Karen says that with no limit on how much students could borrow, there is an incentive to constantly drive up tuition. So this is the state of our colleges today. With no limit on how much students could borrow to help pay for costs of colleges, why not rise up the tuition? Students are going to have to keep borrowing more, so more money will be made in turn. However, on the other side of things, there are those that believe that college is beneficial for everyone. These college advocates would say that college is the only way to become successful. These college advocates will also say that college can teach you skills that you can't learn anywhere else. Essential life skills such as time management, communication skills, and not to mention the network of colleagues that students obtain by going to college. Let's look at Emily Kedzie, for example. In 2014, Emily Kedzie graduated high school. She was unaware of the career path she wanted to pursue and unaware of what path she wanted to take in life. Emily decided to take the route of a community college. She attended the local community college in her area. Emily says that by attending this community college, she was offered a wide variety of courses and majors, and because of it, she was able to choose a career path. After 2 years of community college, Emily had received 2 associate degrees. However, she wanted to take her education a step further. Emily decided she wanted to take the route of an online course to the University of Iowa. Emily says that the online course worked especially well for her because she was able to balance classes and a part-time job. Emily says that she always had teachers and professors who were eager to help her. Emily's degree advisor, Nancy Romine, was always there for her, and it was clear that Nancy wanted to see nothing but Emily succeed. Why would someone want to be at a disadvantage when it's searching for a job? I ask this question because when people don't attend college, it's either because they can't or because they feel that they can become as successful as someone who may attend college. While this can be true, most of the time it's not. For starters, there will never be a person who no longer needs an education and is knowledgeable of all things. There's always room for improvement and there's always room to learn more. To believe this would be in contrast to John Dewey, an American philosopher who spent most of his adult years in college. When Dewey graduated high school, he attended the University of Vermont, where he received a bachelor's degree, and then went on to Johns Hopkins University, where he received a doctorate. After he graduated college, he even went on to teach philosophy at the University of Michigan. Dewey became a very successful man because of the years he spent in college. If you were an employer for a big company, would you want to choose someone who only has a high school diploma? Or would you want to choose someone who has continued their education beyond high school, has become an expert in their field, and has developed knowledge of the job that he would be taking? I would choose the expert. Experts have skills necessary to become a good employee, and it would make a company better because of it. College provides students with the experience necessary to become a good employee. This is where a proper education, where students learn precise and defined skills, comes into play. College graduates truly are the best of the best. Let's imagine this playing out in the workplace. If you were an employer, you would want to hire the best employee you could find that would make your job and your place of business flow better. To become an expert in your field, you need practice. College is the gateway to getting that practice, whether it's internships, studying, or firsthand experience. College truly is a bridge to knowledge and skill that you can't get anywhere else. That's why it was reported that graduates are almost never without a job. In 2021, it was reported that nearly 90% of college graduates had a steady job and a stable career. A college education provides job security that you can't get anywhere else. One major argument against college is that it is too expensive and that loans are catastrophic to students. However, a college education could land you a higher paying job, so it'll be no problem to pay off a little debt. Thousands of dollars of debt will feel like nothing when you're making tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars because of your salary and your high paying job. This is one disadvantage that not going to college can present you with. It may be harder to land a higher paying job. In today's age, money is the key to success, and without it, life can be a struggle. So by not attending college, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage when it comes time to find a job. By not attending college, this success can be hard to find. It was reported that with a typical bachelor's degree, students who graduate college will make about $36,000 more a year than those who don't attend college, and in a lifetime will make more than $1 million than those who only attend high school. The whole idea around college is to further a student's education. However, by raising prices each and every year, it is clear that this is not the focus of these big universities. To attend college could be seen as inconvenient for young adults as they enter their search for a career. By going to college, you could land a higher paying job, but you will also have this substantial debt that could last you for a lifetime. It seems, however, that students don't realize the importance of college and what it can do for them and how much money they can make. In conclusion, while college can be seen as a place to educate you or a place that can teach you skills you can't learn anywhere else, it's clear that a proper education isn't the first priority. With tuition costs rising constantly, it has become apparent that the sole focus of colleges is to make money. With no signs of letting up, colleges will continue to keep making money for years and years to come. Students will still be making these decisions on how they will attend college and what the education will do for them. However, the sole focus of colleges is to make money, and it is clear that colleges have now, in today's society, become a business. Thank you.